Hello, y'all. My name is Caleb Samuel. I'm a full stack developer and a designer, artist, and I just wanted to give a talk today about how I use AI as a tool. I've been designing and making art for myself and others for about a decade now. In 2022, I started learning more about tools and assets that I could use to help me build. In fact, I remember I was just seeing like a whole bunch of like buzz articles like, oh, AI is taking over. It was like beginning of Dolly 2, and I just Googled like, man, like tools that I can use as an artist. And so the first tool that I found, it may be the most simplest one, but I use this so much. I recommend it to a lot of my friends, whoever, is a website called remove.bg. And basically what this website does is you can take any image, text, whatever you want that has a background, and you put it into the software or the website, and then it will completely remove the background. And I actually have a little demo that I can show you guys. So this is the website, remove.bg. And as you can see, if I come here and I upload this picture, right? This is a picture of myself. So it's a free website. There's actually even an API that you can use if you want to integrate it into your websites. But yeah, I love this tool. It's so simple. I come from a Photoshop Illustrator background. And there's tools in Photoshop that help you get rid of the backgrounds, but it's it's very time consuming. It gets better, but I think actually in the new Adobes they have something similar to this integrated into it. But if you don't have it, if you have a cracked version that doesn't have the internet, Move.bg is a great platform. Or another thing that I used was Dolly slash image generators. So it started off using Dolly. I used Dolly 2, but as I've kind of like grown on my journey of AI, I find that I use kind of a mix of different platforms to kind of get the prompts I want. But this was made using Dolly 2. I described my friend as like a girl, and because the project is called Play Myself, and I was able to use the picture as artwork. And actually, I can even show you my history in Dolly 2. And so like these are kind of like all the prompts that like all the images that I've made. And so that one specifically is, so I just said expressive oil painting of a tall white teenager with blue eyes, brown hair, and longer medium length hair, wearing a double chin, wearing a white shirt, laying on a beautiful white couch in the house. And so I had to put that prompt in a few times. Like, sometimes sometimes it'll like hit it, sometimes it won't. Um, yeah, this was like about 2 years ago as well. So the technology has definitely improved since that point. Um, yeah, and I actually got good at it to the point where I could make prompts without using a source image. So for this prompt, I was able to describe my friend here and produce his album artwork just off like how I describe it. So sometimes my descriptions get like very, very long, but the more specific you get, the better your results will be. Okay, another thing that I use is Claude. Shout out to Jackson. Jackson actually introduced me to Claude. I was using ChatGPT before, or and just essentially any language learning model. Yeah, I use it a lot, like for everything damn near. Like it's kind of like my assistant. And 2 days ago, a friend hit me up and she said, "Oh, like I want to make a children's book." And I was like, "Oh man, like I think I could probably do that in like an hour." So I asked Claude to write me a rough draft of a children's book. And she's a teacher. She travels and she helps children graduate. She helps students graduate college, but she also has a dog that she travels with. So yeah, so this is like a page of the book, and I can actually show you the full PDF. But this is kind of like an example of kind of mixing everything together. So I was able to utilize uh, the image generator from Dolly 3, and I was able to use the text from Claude to write the book. So, Maddie Jo was a special teacher. She had bright hair, always wore a smile, had her dog, they traveled. So all of this was written by Claude, and all the images were actually, I took the prompt from Claude, and I added it into Dolly, so it had like extra support. So it's like these are tools that you can use. Like it's not like the end to a means. It's really just like how well you can utilize what is in front of you. So yeah, so that was just an example. I was able to make like it's not a full book, but it's like a proof of concept. And then CapCut. I'm a video editor as well, and I've been using Final Cut Pro and Premiere for a long time. And CapCut, a lot of people sleep on it because, when you think of CapCut, you think of TikTok, you think of kind of like low quality videos on YouTube or Instagram or whatever. But people don't know that CapCut actually has a desktop app that is free for anyone to download. And they actually utilize a lot of AI for captions. So like I was able to make full documentaries in half the time because I didn't have to transcribe all of the audio. So I can actually even show you guys an example of how that works. So I have a clip here of my friend Kaleab, very talented performer. Um, he did a show the other night, so I'm going to show you guys how we can take CapCut and use the AI to transcribe lyrics. So mind you, the accuracy on this is probably about like 60%. But if I go to the text tab and I do auto captions and generate, and then it will find the speech that it found. So as you can see, so he said, "Let me know you care." Out of one, two, three, four, five, six. Out of 6 words, they got 5 of them right. So, it really helps when you're like working with footage that's like 20 minutes long, 10 minutes long, interviews, testimonials, anything that requires transcribing text. I would have to transcribe text from scratch for years. And I just found out about this a year ago and it's saved me so much time. And then, yeah, the last technology that I wanted to show that I've been using lately is called STEM Player. And this is actually a really great website that is free, and it's a music tool that uses AI to separate tracks into. In the music world, we call them stems. So stems is like if you have a full song and you just want the drums or you just want the piano, it's like the individual tracks. And so I can actually show you guys a demo of this as well. So anyone can go to this website, and it's just called stem.tech.com, and you can upload any song that you want on there. I'm not going to upload any because it kind of takes a second. But yeah, so then what it will do is once you've uploaded your song, it will play it on here. But each one of these represents something different. So the right represents the melody, the bottom represents the drums, the top represents vocals, and the left represents bass. Let's jump quick to paycheck, running back to the strip. And dopest thing about this too is at the bottom, once you upload a track, you can download it as a zip file. So as a producer, as an artist, even if you're just someone who's like making a movie, make just anything, if you listen to a song and you want to get someone talking out of it, very great platform, great tool. It's just crazy the innovations happening in AI right now. And it can be so small, but so effective if you have a certain task you want to use. And just to end it off, I did make a website called freegamebeforerocket.com. And it's a very simple website. It's like, but it just has a link of all of the platforms that I use today on it. And there's this other website called futuretools.io. And I just found out about this like 2 weeks ago, but this is like the super directory of like anything AI, like whether you want like design stuff, tech stuff, like there's a whole bunch of stuff on there. So yeah, this is how I use AI. And I hope you guys can use some of these for your AI too.